Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to PCM20 Career, episode 141. We're at the Bink Bank Classic, the E3 version. There's two of them on the calendar over the course of the year. And this sea of red is a little worrying. We've got Reykjavik and Gio on plus, but that's it. A little worrying on our chances for the day. It's punchy. There's plenty of cobbled sections in the difficult bits. It's hard to say what we can do with this. Wykankis is looking okay. He's got a 69 cobble rating. A 71 for Reykjavik today is pretty tolerable, but he's not a great climber. The sprint is amazing. I don't think he's going to do... I don't think he's going to be around that late. Alves Machado does have a 70, but what else does he have? Gio, I think, is going to be somebody to ride for today, but that resistance and flat rating and all of the climbing are still pretty subpar, so probably not enough. Telford does have the cobble rating, but he can't climb. He can't sprint. He's got a huge, nasty 61 on resistance today, so no. Jorgensen's not much better, a 65 resistance. And then Moreno, the one guy who can climb, but he's only got a 69 cobble rating, only has a 68 resistance. So I'm pretty well screwed at this point. Wykankis does have the punchy bits, but you don't need punchy. You need just kind of a mountain rating, because through here, there's no reason that you would need punchy. There's no punch near the finish. It's flat to the finish. It's survival. It's getting through A, climbing, and B, cobble rating. That's the two keys, and none of these guys have both. Not one. So who do I ride for? Hell if I know. Alright, well, we gotta ride for somebody. We're screwed no matter what direction we go.
Some team managers mustn't appreciate the fact that there is a breakaway.
I think Wykankis can climb a little bit better. The cobble rating is tolerable, and he definitely can sprint, and he's got better stamina and resistance and flat rating. So Wykankis needs to be one of the guys. Today, a 68 for Reykjavik. I'm going to have to give that a shot. I mean, he's got good resistance and stamina.
But I can assure you that it doesn't mean renewed. They still remain a significant difficulty.
We've gone that far already. So I think I need to try for Reykjavik. Great sprint. And the cobble is that 72. That's pretty tolerable. Alves Machado cannot climb. So, alright, there's one decision. Gio almost can climb, almost can sprint, and has a pretty tolerable cobble rating. His problem is a lack of resistance, but a 68 certainly better than Telford. So Telford, protect Reykjavik. Jorgensen, same set of issues, no qualities that we want. So there you go, and then maybe Moreno rides solo. He's the one who can climb and has a bit of cobble. You can see how he drops
Some riders try to use the verge to
compared
avoid
to the other
cobbles,
guys.
but it's at the risk of getting a flat tire.
Wait,
There's another
how is
rider
he
with a
way back
puncture.
here?
The sides of the road are not a tire's best friend. Only a few riders are capable of following the very fast pace up front.
Alright, 157 in the Peloton, just 2 riders off the front. That's not much of a breakaway, is it? And already a handful of riders that are getting distanced. Wykankis, Moreno, you know what, really everybody. We need to just set a high tempo and hope for some amount of survival. New riders heading into the break, and really at the halfway point. We need water. Let's get on that before it gets too late here. Telford. We only need to get it one more time. That's going to be a dangerous game later on, but for now it should be easy enough. 2-star section, short, easy, flat, through it. Nothing else for a little while. Next thing is a bit of a climb. It's the longest of the day, but the climbing's not the problem unless you combine the cobble with it. And the undulation coming up, though, is pretty regular. There's a lot of rolling hills through here. This was a day I thought our sprinters could make it, but I'm really nervous that none of these guys are going to be in the final group. 11 in the break, but it's only a minute 13 gap, so it's not a good day to be riding in the breakaway. Those guys are pretty much wasting away their chances. We were already past that climb. We're past the next. Another hill coming up. Road's getting very skinny, so that position near the front is important. And you've really got to try to maintain it. Our biggest thing is going to be getting dropped. And we absolutely, Wykinkis was blinking red there. So 84, Eichenberg,
really
3 stars, and uphill.
Really
so here we go.
That's another rider with a flat tire.
Yo,
the road is really treacherous.
Try to stay off the edge, stay off the edge. There's another split. And actually all of us missed that. Now we're all together in the chase group and not back there yet. That was with 84 effort from the front. That combination is a real issue for us today. Okay. Guillaume's the furthest back. He needs to start moving forward fast. Same with Moreno. Alves Machado is pretty tired already. Here we go, another cobbled and uphill. 3 stars. This is going to do some damage. Now, there are chances if you're close enough to bring things back together later on, especially sprint train style. If we have enough guys close enough together, there's still a chance. But as we push through more cobbled sections, we're drifting a little bit further back. We're about a minute off the peloton now. But the back end of it's right there. But then we're going to hit another section. We're also at 52K, so we need that water. And this is the closest thing to a gap we have right now in terms of cobbled sections and easy bits. This is the best time to do it. Alves Machado's not going to last. Jorgensen, go get the water. And then let's also up the effort for these guys a little bit more. We've got to really try to hang on to our position as we chase down the front group. Okay, how are we doing on that water? Jorgensen already returning. There's Alves Machado struggling, looking like me on a bike. And now you know what that looks like if you've seen my Zwift series. Alright, water, done. We got that taken care of.
There's an attack in the group at the front.
Right there. Right there. Alright, do we start that chase yet? No, we've got 2 more cobbled sections and then we start chasing. Okay, Alves Machado got dropped. Who was he protecting? I don't know. Let's see. Moreno is free. It's Wykinkis. So go ahead and pick up the task. Mikovich. 89. We're only 45 seconds behind. And our group is the exact same size as the peloton. Okay, here's the double.
This climb features some dreadful percentages.
For now, we're back together. Next one's bigger.
Bikes are severely put to the test on cobbled sections, so special frames were developed. They offer more flexibility and are better at absorbing vibrations. This takes a lot of strain off the rider's forearms.
There we go. Alright, we're starting from here now. Gio, wait there for a moment. Jorgensen, gel up. This is the last cobbled section, so he's about to be done serving his purpose, as is Telford. We want Rikovic following Wykinkis, following Moreno, and Telford's done. He's not going to be of any use. So, Moreno, 95, and here we go. 11 chasing 10, chasing 16, and there is time. It's 35K. 35K. Okay, so they made contact with this group.
Aha! He's trying to to give his pals the slip.
And now, Gio, get in the line, and then Moreno, follow Jorgensen, who is now going to do his thing for a moment. 2.2K for the climb, 4-star section, 1.8 kilometers. This is the danger zone. Jorgensen is a little bit quick on the cobbles, so that helped us. He just got us through the first decent little bit, but we're going to have just the 3 guys left here, and that is very worrying. Can Jorgensen still go faster than Moreno? Well, he certainly can now. Oops. Okay, he's losing the wheel. Just go to the back. Gio try to get on Jorgensen's wheel. Actually saves a little bit of energy doing it that way, and then as soon as we come out of this, that's it, or we move on. Now we're already all of a sudden down to A10. I mean, we're back there a ways, but it's 33 kilometers.
Yet another flat
there
tire.
is time
it
here.
Seems to be
Jorgensen
catching.
try to hang on.
Falling behind.
Telford is
A
done.
team leader is falling behind.
He's here. Moreno is here. I don't think Jorgensen's going to last, but that is okay. We got 3 guys to chase this thing down. Now we're 3 minutes and 40 seconds behind overall, so that's not where we want to be. But what are we 340 back to, right? What can we do to try to catch things? Try to put Gio on relay for a bit, and then these other guys just sit up.
Some riders are exploiting this opportunity to attack. Another flat tire.
You sit up and you relax and then protect. And then Gio, try to recover a little bit. Okay, last hill. This is a good time to actually try to recover some ground. Not at a 99. But Wykinkis and Reykjavik, if we can find an opening here.
Are very high.
Shoot, he wasn't following anymore. My bad. But we can bridge this gap anyway. Things are coming together. It's A5 now. We went from A10 to A5. Okay, gap covered. Reykjavik made it. Okay, sit up. Let's both try to recover a little bit, and it's now 14 riders. Okay, put these 2 on auto. I mean, look at the difference. Look how much ground we covered, and we're now 3 minutes behind.
Attack! It's a good
Okay,
moment
groups.
to show the team colors.
A4, 5, 3, whatever are individuals. So we're looking at just a couple of guys out there. 19 kilometers though. And we've pulled back some time, 2:45.
Things are hotting up at the front.
It's
Only
opening up
15
again
kilometers
though.
left.
There's just not much chase left in this group. So Wykinkis, can you get in the mix? You have great acceleration. I'd love to have your lead out, but if we can't catch any of these groups, what's the point?
And he moves on to the attack. It could be decisive.
2 more riders to bring in. And now we have a group of 4. So we left that big group behind. And we've bridged the gap to the next group. Dylan Van Barl. We've cut Dylan Van Barl. Wykinkis is out of energy, though. He is going to get dropped. 11 kilometers to go. Okay, the group we were in, now all together again. Wykinkis, Gel, and Barl doing the pulling.
We're into the last 5 kilometers. Attack with the
Okay,
finishing
that
line
is
within reach.
8 riders, plus whatever the front group is made up of. Really getting down to it. Reykjavik doesn't have much left. Wykinkis certainly has almost nothing for a lead out for him. $5K to go. Follow. 4.5K to go. Nobody's crossed the finish line yet, so we've actually made some progress. We've caught another rider. Lilov. Rutsch. Right there. 3.3K. Wykankis. Easy. Van Aert wins solo style. Nawson Asgreen for... Oh, dang, that's already top 12. That's already top 12. Okay, Wykankis brings us out front. Are we even going to be in the top 20? Rajkovic now going. He's faster than most of these guys. Can he beat them all? He does. And gets just inside the top 20. Last spot, 20th. I knew it was trouble. The moment we saw what we had in terms of riders for the day, I knew it was going to be trouble. All those minuses. And we're in trouble in classics already, right? It's something we've identified for 2 seasons already. The 2 guys we've had, Jorgensen, Telford, have a cobble rating. And then nothing to go with it. So, Paris-Nice... Or not Paris-Nice. Paris-Roubaix. Paris-Roubaix, obviously, you have no choice. It's one cobbled section after another. You ride for guys like that on a day like that, and then just try to survive as long as you can. And then it still goes poorly. But here, those guys collectively being a -5 takes a bad situation and makes it a whole lot worse. Made the best of it. We squeezed into the top 20. There was a lot of good riders. I mean, Zeta took 12th. Oh, I miss Zeta. We used to get these kind of results. We used to get these top 10s, top 5s when Zeta was on the team regularly. Rajkovic is not built for this, but he was the only guy who had a +2 today. And that was enough to get him to the top of the order for us. Gio is the hope of the future, but he hasn't leveled up yet. It's only March. Plenty of time. But we need that. We need that. Him. 1, 2, maybe 3 levels. And then he will easily blow away Telford and Jorgensen, anything they can do. And he's our guy. He's our first classics rider since Zeta that we've been able to, well and truly get anything out of and sign. And he's high potential. We'll see how well he develops, but he's the hope for the future. And for the day, he ended up 3rd on the team. So our next race here is Gent-Wevelgem. In Gent-Wevelgem, it's only 5 cobbled sections, but they're all 5-star sections. So you gotta be careful. But they're all really, really short. So if you can be near the front, you're only going to drop back a little bit. The chances of splits are much smaller because of the short distance. And there's 1 downhill and 4 essentially flat or mostly flat. So the chances of getting our sprinters through all of that is so much better today. So much better. Jorgensen has a +1, so cobble rating wise, he's going to be okay. Gazzoli has a +2, but for whatever reason, a reason that I do not know, that I cannot identify right now, the last 3 weeks or so, all of our racing, all of it, we've had a huge sea of red. I mean, we've been in an ocean of red the last few weeks for our races. Now, we've pulled one really good result out of that, but kind of struggled in some of the others, and I'm a huge proponent of race day condition and how it affects your team, how it affects your riders. That few more attribute points makes a massive difference, especially when you're a tier below all the top riders around you. And speaking of, it's Gent-Wevelgem. It's not a small race, but it's not a massive race, and yet literally all of the big classics riders are here. All of them. So yeah, that's a thing, and that's happening. All right. Turns out there was 6, as we just went through. One that I was not aware was there, but here we go. 5 riders in the break. They only have a minute and a half, so I think the pack is definitely going to take this thing. There's a split at the moment, but it's definitely not going to hold. Another split. Again, not going to hold. That means there are riders that are starting to fade, that are fatigued. How Reykjavik and Jorgensen are way the heck back here, I don't know. There are definitely riders that are going a little slow right now. This seems like a good time for... No, it's not a good time. We need to get through these cobbled sections that we're coming up on. What are you doing way back here? I wanted to see how short that is. I wanted to be at the front, and I was actually thinking about sprint training and trying to get out front. There's still, 60K to go. But last race, the race was done at 40K. The decisions were already made. Who was going to be where had already been figured out by that point. You can see today, tempo right now anyway, not that bad. So
there's a faller in the pack. A rider is flat on the road.
All right, Telford. We're through that. Let's go get water. We are okay. Peloton's still intact. A group has been dropped and probably not going to come back, but most of our guys are good to go. And we are set up now for a likely sprint. There's a bit of undulation coming, and we need to prepare for that. You can see we're struggling to keep place, but let's go 85. There is some fatigue, but overall we are looking pretty good. Few little climbs to get through. That was a gentle hill. Now the next 2 are definitely steeper. 1K, 6%.
This climb features some dreadful percentages.
Still going. Now over the top. Okay, and then from here, we need to go even harder because we have the cobbled section with it. Can't afford to get dropped. Can't afford to slip back. 99. Is everybody up here? Yes, they are. Just 5 left off the front, and there they are. We've nearly caught them. I love that the cobble section is on the back side of this 1K climb. 7%.
The pack has just reeled in the escape group.
And there you hit it right at the top, the cobbles.
There will always be a fight at the front as the riders enter. It's vital to be at the front to avoid falls or
And
breaks
we
in the
have
peloton.
covered this off.
Rider has taken a tumble.
And now there's
Fortunately,
95.
nobody went
Now
down
we're
with
set
it.
up for a sprint, and a lot of
my,
these
that's a
guys. There's
spectacular
going to be
fall.
attacks, by the way, because that's what happens in these cobbled races. Is there's a lot of fatigue, and then you see attacks late from the guys really going for it. And actually, we're kind of missing out at the moment, aren't we? So let's set ourselves up for the finish now. Gazzoli in great shape, but I don't know. Do we want to sprint for him? 76.83. It looks the best today, doesn't he? Reykjavik. And then I think Amanatoglu is going to have to get the go because of the condition. He's just looking a little bit better. Telford, where are you? I see you. Alright, we do not want to get left behind. This is looking like a large group splitting off the front, close to 20 riders, and if we don't attack with this, we could totally miss a big split, and 20 riders go off and win the race. Okay, get Jorgensen ready. 22K to go. Quite some distance to cover. Telford's done. If he can, try to get back on. 2 riders left off the front. And is that... It's Vanderpool. And that's whole. This is what we got to watch out for. Stamani, one of the guys we've been looking at. There's Zeta. It's all the classic riders going for it late. They are chasing hard right now. And a lot of the peloton is going to, we're going to see splits. And this time I think those splits are going to hold. Okay, we're going to pause before we go into this one because Gio is not going to last long. Now, is Telford hanging on? No, he's been dropped, so Jorgensen, try to go above Telford if you can. Okay, next wave of attacks. Van Aert going again.
And off he goes. He's giving it one last go.
14 kilometers. Next attack. Pollitt, Zeta. Looks like Zeta's doing the work for Pollitt. And Van Aert. And Van Barle. Told you, all the big players are here. And we're trying to survive that. There goes Pollitt. Rainsford, Youngles. Van Aert again. Pollitt sits up. He did not get much out of that. That's all that's left of the peloton. $7K to go. But I'm down to my last few guys. Gio's slipping back.
5 kilometers remaining.
Jorgensen's hanging on, but he's got nothing left to contribute. 4.7. Okay, here's the big push, and somebody escaped off the front. Was that Pollitt again? No, it's Van Barle. Seneschal. 3K. 3K. Here we go. Here we go. 2.5. Monotoglu starting his sprint. Rajkovic starting his sprint. And Gazzoli inside the last K. Rajkovic fades. And Gazzoli fades. It's top 10. Gritze, Chamias, Gaviria. There was plenty of sprinters left, wasn't there? We get 8th, 9th. Van Aert beat us to the line. Though, did a heck of a sprint in real life a few days ago. I don't remember what race that was. Was that UAE Tour where he pulled that off? Stage 3 or something like that? Winning an actual sprint against sprinters. Not just a punchy, crazy, tired, fatigued, he survives and outsprints, you know, Sagan style kind of punchy sprint. No, pure sprint. That was close. Gazzoli not the guy. Gazzoli got some wins last season, but every last one of those were surprises. Every last one of those was something where he was trying to lead somebody out and went, and his strong acceleration ended up being enough, and he held on as the field closed him down. I've ridden for him 3 or 4 times, and he's been disappointing every time I've ridden for him. Rajkovic, much better rider. Much better. And much higher top speed. Probably should have done it the other way around, Gazzoli. But Gazzoli going is going to hurt Rajkovic with that kind of acceleration. An 83 today. He just doesn't quite have the top speed. And especially the resistance. I was hoping the resistance would be enough today. 74 is so much better. So much better than that 69. Close. Not close enough. That's all the time I have for this one, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. And bye for now.